Now let's talk about the skin. I've got a model here of the skin. You may not be able to see it, but believe it or not, that is how the skin is underneath. If you look at the size, I'll try and get the camera to pick it up. The top layer, which is commonly known as the epidermal, is only this thick. The dermal level, which is where all the goodies are contained, is this thick. And then underneath there we get a thing called the subcutaneous fat layer. Now, the skin itself is made up of 5 to 6 components. I'm not going to get involved in what they are because basically they're just waterproofing. They're about as thin as paper. And believe it or not, it's the largest organ in the body. Underneath the epidermis is the dermal level, or the epidermis. This is where all the goodies are stored. Inside there you have your lymphatic system, you have your hair follicles, you have your nerve endings, you've even got a thing called the myofascial matrix, which I won't get into now, but I will later. You've got all kinds of goodies going on in there, and that's only in a layer of about 3.5 millimeters at the maximum thick. That's about as thick as 2 credit cards. That's the area that's affected when you get older because collagen lives within inside it and elastin comes within inside it. So whenever you cut yourself or when you damage that part of the skin, collagen then reproduces. Unfortunately, the older we get, collagen tends to seep away until it's called for. And this is why most of us get dark spots. We get wrinkles, fine lines and everything later in your life, not in your youth. The skin reproduces in a very small child up to once every 2 weeks. When you're 18 years old, you're getting a skin reproduction about once a month. When you get to my age, 72, it's about every 2 or 3 months, believe it or not. So we battle because the skin that we have to live with for 2 or 3 months, if damaged or some imperfection occurs when you're younger, it comes and goes away very quickly. This is why a lot of older people have got fine lines and wrinkles and the collagen's not keeping up to the job. But there are ways and means that we can make it work. Now let's get into this bottom layer, the yellow layer on the thing. This is called the subcutaneous fat layer, SMAS. Bottom line is, it's where all your fat cells are stored. If you overeat, this area will get bigger and bigger and bigger in the areas of the body that the mind tells it to get bigger and bigger in. So, fat cells have to be looked at in a different way. I like to think that we could probably best explain fat cells as being, think of a grape. A grape has got a hard outer shell, protective, an inner mucous membrane, which holds all the goodies. Then there's a lot of water and air in the middle. Now if you think about it this way, blow a balloon up till it's full and you can pop it quite easily. Blow it up halfway, try to pop it and it won't pop. That's how you can make animal figures and things. Fat cells are just like that. So that whenever we sit down or get punched or fall over, we don't break fat cells. They go with impact. So if you want to get rid of the fat cell, there's only 4 ways of doing it, which I'll explain in my next video.